Hello, second years. This is your film tutorial walkthrough. So this assignment is the first assignment for Unit 26 Film Studies. I'm going to be putting it here in the Scott L3 Year 2 Media Google Classroom. All assignments from me will be put in the assignment topic throughout the year, so you can go back, revise, review, resubmit if it's appropriate work by clicking on the Assignments tab. I've also put, as you can see here, an individual tracker, which is really useful for helping you to track your grades, your UCAS point total, and see what your overall grade's going to be. You've each got an individual copy of this. You can input your grades, it will calculate your points, and this is quite neat. Will give you your overall UCAS points. I've put on the left here full breakdown of what the actual points equates to. Anyway, that's in there for you to have a look at, because we've got 6 months to go and it's time to start thinking about your next step, whether it be university, an apprenticeship, or industry. Right, film tutorial given to you today, Friday the 5th of January. You have 4 weeks until the 2nd of February. This is of course part of the extended diploma Film Studies Unit 26 Outcome 1. I am your assessor. Contact me on social media if you need help with anything at all. This project's being overseen by Hello U Creatives, who are a really interesting collective of industry professionals who share, produce creative work, whether it be in advertising, marketing, film, TV, on a blog. My friend Daniel runs it and is overseeing this project. He's asked for the best work to be put forward to him so he can share it on his blog, which has a subscribership of well in excess of 15,000 people on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook. So your work can be seen by a lot of people, industry professionals and all. You need to educate young people as to how theory and methods can enhance our understanding and creation of film as an art form. Hello You Creatives have asked you to illustrate a spoken word audio track analysis. So an essay, essentially, a video essay, if you will, using a visually creative application of stills, clips, to illustrate your points, to illustrate and punctuate and accentuate and amplify your points you're making through the audio soundtrack. You will use extracts, whole films, and or genres as examples. So to clarify further, here's what you're going to be doing. You're going to record a spoken word audio track, much like I'm doing now for you. You will set it to a visually creative application of stills and clips. This will help you to demonstrate to your audience how at least 2 theories that I've taught you and at least 1 method can be applied to film. Now, it can be one film, it can be a scene from a film. Last year, someone got a good distinction using Whiplash and one scene from the film Whiplash, and that's it. Easily a distinction because they apply 2 theories and 1 method in an expert manner. Use examples to punctuate their points really well. You need to select the 2 film theories that you related to the most, or it resonated with you most, I suppose is a better way of saying it. You learnt about structuralism, semiotics, auteur theory, feminism, queer theory, Marxism, and psychoanalysis. Now, if you miss any of those lessons, on my website, you'll find the brief, the walkthrough video, and our lectures. We did a session on psycho. Structuralism, semiotics, and auteur theory was in lectures 2 and 3. Feminism and Marxism was in lecture 4. And lecture 5 covered psychoanalysis and queer theory. If you miss any of these lessons, you're in luck. They're here. Simply click on them and you'll be able to go through the actual lectures. Now, they're here on Prezi for you to click through bit by bit. I'm also available for a one-to-one or to do the session with you and another student in a small mini lesson, as it were, to go through what you missed, because it was quite heavy, some of this theory, to be honest with you. On Prezi, there's a really nice feature whereby you can actually see all the content that's been created underneath the actual Prezi itself. What I mean by that is, once the actual Prezi loads up, you can scroll down. It's taken a long time. Here we go. You can scroll down and you can actually see the actual content I've created. Here it is, look. So full transcripts available. All the text that I've put into the Prezi is here to help you. Can be quite useful. Anyway, you also see that I've got some Padlets in here of examples of each of the theories from previous students as well, which I've embedded here for you to have a look at. So if you're short of examples, don't worry about it. Loads of examples have been shared here by previous students who are now at university, in apprenticeships, or in industry working. Right. You need to select 2 theories then, 2 of these 7 that you were taught about. You then need to apply them to a film example. So it can be a film that you love, it can be numerous films, it could be a particular scene or a couple of scenes or 3 scenes, whatever you need to illustrate your understanding of these theories. That's what matters. You then need to apply one film method, analysing the genre that the film belongs to. So what are the codes, conventions, expectations, the tropes, the iconography, the imagery you would associate with that genre. Looking at that within the genre of the film that you're looking into. You could do a content analysis. So content analysis is essentially taking one scene and deconstructing all the minutiae into a granular detail, really breaking it down to the semiotics of all the different signifiers that are floating around the frame, tearing it apart and actually telling me all the meanings inherent within those choices made by the producers. Or a narrative analysis, looking at all the theories we learnt about. Levi-Strauss, Todorov, Barth. You can look at perhaps at Sidfield and other theorists. Look at my blog, bcutmedia.tumblr.com, and click on the narrative tab. You'll see loads of examples there. So 2 of these and 1 of these. You will then submit your completed film tutorial to Google Classroom. So your audio voiceover track analysing a film clip, different films, applying 2 theories and 1 method that will cover Unit 26 Outcome 1. This will be submitted in Google Classroom in this one here. Some links here to help you. Twitter, Facebook, of course, I'm available to help you. My website, which I've just given you a glimpse of. This is going to be very useful for those people seeking distinctions in particular. bcutmedia.tumblr.com is the dictionary part of it. Have a look. My 2 colleagues, Jeff and Mark, will be available on Twitter to assist you as well. Here they are. If you want to tweet them for examples, quotes, advice, pointers, they'll be able to guide you. This is due in a minute before 5 o'clock. 2nd of February, okay? My feedback will be here. May do as video feedback or podcast or written, haven't decided yet. Here's the criteria. For a pass, you apply the approaches from your 2 theories with some appropriate use of the subject terminology. It will be appropriate, I suppose. There will be links. It will show an understanding of the 2 theories. For merits, you will apply these 2 theories and the method coherently. It will be clear, it will link together, and there'll be some good examples that use terminology. This comes up quite a bit in this criteria. Terminology well and correctly, more importantly. For distinction, you will apply your 2 theories and your film method critically. You'll be looking at and comparing and contrasting and weighing up how well the choices, the semiotics, the conventions help create the meaning. You'll create supporting points and arguments and clear examples. Elucidated simply means clear examples that show you understand. You will consistently use subject terminology correctly. Please sign here once you actually turn in your work to declare that the work is your own. You haven't nicked it from some other video essayist on YouTube. There we go. Film tutorial. Due in 4 weeks' time, you are essentially creating an audio voice over 2 theories, 1 method. Good luck.